I have a story to tell you. It's a timeless story from long ago and about to happen at the same time. That's what they call a prophecy. This is a prophecy called the coming of the kingdom of Shambala. From long ago, but then caught again in the sacred scriptures of the Kala Chakra Tantra 12 centuries ago, and then just 35 years ago told to me by my friend and teacher Dugu Chogel Rinpoche of the Tashijong community in northwest India of Tibet in exile. You will hear in this prophecy the term Shambala warrior. And you will probably, we may well guess that that's a metaphor for the one inside us all that we call the Bodhisattva, the one who knows that there is no private salvation, but there's any awakening that is worth our salt, we do it together. So here it is. There comes a time when all life on earth is in danger. In this time, barbarian powers have arisen. And although they waste their wealth in preparations to annihilate each other, they have much in common. Weapons of unfathomable devastation and death, and technologies that can lay waste to our world. And it is just at this point, when the future of all beings hangs by the frailest of threads, that the kingdom of Shambala emerges. Now you can't go there. It's not a place. It's not a geopolitical entity. It lives in the heart minds of the Shambala warriors. And you can't even tell a Shambala warrior by looking at her or him, because there's no uniform, no insignia, no barricades on which they can climb to threaten the enemy or behind which they can regroup. There's not even any home turf. Forever and always, they must negotiate their way across the terrain of the barbarian powers. And then Dugu Chogel Rinpoche said to me, now is the time when the Shambala warriors go into training. Well, you can imagine, I said, how do they train? And he said they train in the use of 2 weapons. That's the term he used. What are they? I asked. And he held up his hands the way the lamas hold the ritual objects in the great lama dances of his people. And he said, one is compassion, and the other is insight into the radical interdependence of all phenomena. And you need both. One by itself is not enough. You need the compassion, its fierce fire, to provide the fuel, the motive force, to move you out where you need to go to do what you need to do. And what it boils down to is not being afraid of the suffering of our world or of yourself. Because when you're not afraid of the suffering, then nothing can stop you. But by itself, that can burn you out. It is so hot. And so you need the other. You need the wisdom, the insight into the interwovenness of all things, how all things flow and lean on each other and are conditioned by each other and fed by each other. This is very important, he said, because that reminds us that this is never a fight between the good guys and the bad guys, but that the line between good and evil runs through the landscape of every human heart. And you know that even the smallest act with clear intention for all beings makes ripples in that web of life, causing things to arise and occur beyond your imagination. But then, coming down to it, that can seem a bit abstract. It's cool. So you need the heat of the compassion. You need them both. As he said that, my mind could see in my mind's eye how the monks in the puja hall, when they chanted, often their hands were moving in moving gestures or mudras. And often as not, they were dancing the interplay between compassion and wisdom. That's what we need, and that's what we are made of. And that's what we are going to be reminded of now in dance as we see the dance of the Dakinis.